Hi, this is Brian Perry, Perry Home Solutions, Keller Williams Innovations. I am here with Andrew Johns. Hi, Andrew. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking. Andrew Johns is a couple different things to me. For one thing, him and his family are some of my favorite people out there. And in addition to that, Andrew is also a home inspector. Isn't that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
So I wanted to share Andrew with everybody that's watching this video so you guys can be introduced to an excellent local home inspector to take advantage of his services. So Andrew, I was hoping you might share a little bit with us about what your approach is to home inspections and what the value is you're providing to your clientele.
Okay, so I started a home inspection business close to a year ago. I have over 20 years in facility operations management, which was pretty much almost a lot had to do with inspections on a commercial and industrial level. So I've had one foot in inspections of some type for a very long time. So when I transitioned over, one of the things that I believe that I could bring to the table and that I have in the past year is that I can approach it in a very systematic way, with a lot of background in the trades, as well as sort of a non-alarmist approach, because I've had to deal with a lot of contractors and boards and different type of companies and stuff like that in malls.
I think that's an important quality in an inspector, to be thorough and represent your clientele well, obviously, yet at the same time not overemphasizing things that you really don't need to be alarmed about.
Correct.
And I think that's a delicate balance that a good inspector has, and I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah. To really draw a distinction between those things that are essential and substantial in inspection, and those things that are accidental, even though you can point, not necessarily that they won't be on the report, but that you can point them out to your client. And so I think that's important.
And you had mentioned that you kind of did some commercial stuff. That's also great too, because I'm sure that gives you a lot of insight into construction and different little tricks, things that you can look for that are really important, right?
Correct. A lot of it gave me a lot of roofing experience, structural, a lot of different, like you said, a lot of different tricks in the trade, viewing it from different perspectives, from the contractor's perspective, from the client's perspective, which would be like the managers I worked for and different things like that.
Great.
So yeah,
perfect.
So it's really worked out well.
Can you tell me a little bit about the different inspection options maybe that you offer? We haven't even talked about that yet.
Yes. Yeah. So I give the full basic inspection. So my approach is always top down, outside in, as well as, so I go basic from roof all the way to the electrical, plumbing, structural, the typical things you would get in a normal residential inspection, as well as wind mitigations. I'm going to be offering termite soon, termite inspection,
that's fantastic.
radon, and different things like that too coming as well.
And while we're here, just for the benefit of our audience, explain a little bit about the wind mitigation inspection. Okay. Because I know that's important to people for insurance, but a lot of people don't realize the necessity of that or kind of how that works. Can you give us a brief rundown of what that is?
Sure. One of the biggest things, it sounds, people do get very confused on it, but what the inspector is looking for is the integrity of your roof. It's essentially what he's looking for. He wants to find out exactly how that roofing is attached, what the quality of that attachment is, and what type of credits you're going to be able to get with your insurance company.
Right. Because that's really the key, is the credits, right?
Correct.
Because it reduces the amount of your insurance policy.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
That's the key. That's why wind mitigation inspection is so critical. And if I might give you a little plug, even if you already own a home, there's a possibility, if you have not had a wind mitigation inspection, that by having one, you could reduce your insurance by quite a bit.
That's correct.
Which I'm assuming that you'd love to do as well, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yes, absolutely. So that's wind mitigation in a nutshell. There's a lot of different things we look for, but from the client's perspective, that's really
the roof is the big thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Anything else we didn't cover that would be important?
The basic inspection I go through, as I said, all the way through pools, wind mitigation.
Pools are a big one.
Pools are a big one.
That's a good value, because many inspectors won't go near a pool.
Yes. So pools, My approach is, once again, I bring that commercial and industrial background to it, and having to deal with numerous personalities and being able to oscillate up and down that spectrum, I'm able to deal with people and basically deliver news in a non-alarmist way. I think it's like one of my biggest approaches because I've had to do it for 20 years.
Yeah.
So I know how to just basically, bring things down to a, elementary level and explain it to people and not cause like a major, alarm.
Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah. So that's really it, though. I mean, that's really the gist of like how I approach the house.
Awesome.
And everything like that.
Okay, so once again, Andrew Johns with Loreto Home Inspections, right?
Yes.
Andrew, we're going to include your information in the video. However, could you please give us your telephone number just in case anybody listening would like to avail themselves of your services?
Sure. It's 561-802-1299.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me, Andrew, and sharing everything. We look forward to doing business with you.
Thank you.
Thanks.